But I just remember spending a lot of time with my grandma, with her knitting and making Afghans and stuff like that. She would just sit there and hum, and it was really kind of hypnotizing, and just that activity of just like doing something, and sort of like it's very meditative, and like doing something with your hands is something that always stuck with me. It's something that I really like to do. It keeps me calm and happy. I like to spend a lot of time just making stuff. I got into when I was studying printmaking at the University of Georgia. I was just making a lot of stuff like faster than I could figure out what to do with it. I ended up kind of using that stuff to make things as kind of like a green screen background, like like where you see like meteorologists and stuff like that. And it's like there's a cultural relevance to that. There's definitely something that I'm trying to explore with that. It's kind of funny how collage is sort of in the ghetto of art. Like people don't really consider it to be as high as like painting or whatever. And I think that's a bunch of horseshit actually. I think it's to me it's kind of the future of art. And if you look at like the things that people are even making with solely with Photoshop or computers, I don't know if that's the future of art, but if it is, I'm not scared, But I still really like making stuff in the analog world, and I like making these things. I like cutting these things out by hand, and just sitting in front of a computer screen kind of makes me feel like my brain's oozing out of my ears. So I feel like making this stuff this way is sort of like an antiquated way of photoshopping things, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm into that. It just I wasn't very good at school growing up, and but then when I went to study art at UGA, everything kind of fell in place. Like once I got here and saw what people were doing around here, it wasn't okay to just be like ripping off Van Gogh anymore. It was just like it's not gonna go. You're gonna have to look inside yourself and find something. Like pull that unique thing out of yourself and show that. And I felt a lot more comfortable doing that here than anywhere else. And just I don't know. It's just a thing of not having to hide who you are anymore. It's just like I'm an artist. It's okay. We're all here. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to New York. I guess a lot of people here do that. We'll springboard there, and people end up coming back or whatever. But I'm just moving on to a little bit bigger of a pond, taking my goldfish farm up there for a little bit, see what I can do.
So there's no master plan. You're just gonna keep doing what you're doing.
I'd like to get a nice art job where I can like support my art habit without working in restaurants or whatever, which is like par for the course around here. And that's kind of a cool equalizing and humble thing about this place is that like you kind of gotta get your hand, you gotta roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty, and you gotta work. And it's cool that you can like work in a like a job that's not necessarily your favorite thing to do or whatever, but you meet a lot of like really colorful people that are like really into doing their thing, and they're into you doing your thing. But there gets to be a time when you kind of want to like get paid to do stuff. Don't tell anybody I said that. I'm doing it for the kids. Like I'd like to teach. I would like to, which I guess I need to go to grad school to do. And it's that layer right there that's just kind of like translucent, and then there's this blue layer that's just like flat screen printing ink laying on top of that, but then it comes up underneath. So this is like, I really like that. I remember that being something that